Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You can see there we got the daily and the weekly over on Chicago Quant there on the right side. We have on J4X. We're looking at the weekly at the moment. You can see that nice, long, steady drive down in value. We keep on, you can see there still trading that 101 area. It seems to be parked right on the edge. We're looking for those mid 90s again. That's where we think it belongs, in the mid 90s. I think that when the dollar is strong like this, it represents a couple things. A weak uh, group of countries on Earth that are just not capable of competing with the United States, which seems odd to me, because we all seem to have basically the same level of education and technology. So I don't understand the problem there, but I guess I do, and I don't want to talk about it, so we'll just leave it at that. But you can see the dollar is slowly drifting down. It should be lower, but obviously it's not, because there's nowhere else to go. I guess unfortunately that's the gist of it all. There's no better place to go. We do see strength at times in the euro, which steps away from the pairs trades, which is really interesting. Yesterday we identified it more probably because of interest rates than anything else, because the interest rate factor, we're starting to see some fundamentals slowly, kind of come back into play when it comes to trying to understand market action, why things go up, why they why they go down, or why they just go sideways. And that's a big part of it all. Let's see. Trying to get to the chat line here. It looks like it's coming up on the chat line. We should be coming up on the chat line. What's up with this? Let's try that again. A lot of spinning, but no action going on there. Let's try it. We're going to double check it here. Let's see. We're just going to close this all together. There we go. Maybe that's part of it. There we go. Let's try it again. So let's see if the chat line is actually getting anybody up on there. And this is slowly spinning today. Maybe I'll go over to another computer. That's the way it works. It seems like sometimes this particular computer has been a little antsy of late. Ever since we put the new fan in. It's about 7 years old, this one, but we've been downloading everything that we have on it and putting it onto a thumb drive so we can transfer it onto a new machine when this finally rolls over and dies. Let's see, there we go. Now we're getting there again. Here we go. Let's try that again. And also at the same time, let's put up on J4X the daily chart of the dollar index. And then, same characteristic as we see right here. That slow, steady slide down. It doesn't seem to, it's not like as if there's, oh, good. There we are. There's sound. I hear sound. I see some people are here. There we go. And let's kill some of the volume. Bring it down low. Oh, there we go. All of a sudden, all the chat line just became with a bunch of names on it. Cool. Let's see. There's George. Hey, Robin. Slava has become like a ritual, enjoying listening. I haven't seen you say hi for a while. That's so nice. Metho. And, oh, yeah, I know. I saw that, Giannis. That's something. Let's throw it up there. And I actually made sure we had it right up there. Right there. Yeah. Looking good. You can see the Tesla. Kind of, see, let's move this mouse out of the way and go over to this mouse. And Jordan, let's see, we'll just call you Jordan. How's that? That'll get us there. Have anyone used merger positions in Forex? Merger positions, what is that? What is a merger position? Sounds interesting to me. I want to know. Has anyone used merger positions in Forex? I'm going to Google that. That's got me excited. I've never heard that So, but there you go, Janos. Look at that. We'll give you a full screen too. There you go. There's that Tesla. Went into the daily buy there. You can see, like we talked about it yesterday, because I think, or was it yesterday or Friday? No, it's today. Today's Thursday. Well, my whole week is all over the place. You can see here the fast-moving algorithm has been in a weekly buy for 2 weeks, and this is the third week. So it's been really reflecting all that strength, and we thought we were seeing that. You see, we're here when we went into the daily buy, and then we got a couple days in a sell, or 1 day in a sell, and it just drove itself with a volatility signal right there. And so the product has gone from basically the 130-ish area to the 150-ish area. So that's not too bad. That's like a 20-some-odd dollar bump. Now, let me go do this. Let's Google merger positions in Forex. I want to know what that is. Sounds like an idea that I want to know about. Let's see. Merger. I'm going to Google it. Merger positions in Forex. Let's see what that comes up with. See if there's an explanation to it. It says merger Dukascopy. Merge Dukascopy Bank. How about that? Now, why'd that pop up? What are mergers and acquisitions? Nothing in Forex, though. So, okay. Oh, merge. I see. Anyone use merge position in J4X? Oh, not Forex. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at it. Let's minimize this, and let's light this up. And is that an indicator? Is that what that is? So let's take a look. Let's see. How do we get there? Let me raise this chair up so I can see it. That's better. All right. So we go into technical analysis, I'd assume. Right there. Add an indicator. And where do they park this? What part is it in J4X? Merger. Is it like a momentum, a math transformation? Let's take a look there. Not there. Math operation. Not there. Is it under the M's? Not there. Let's scroll down. Merger. You should go to open position. Open position, okay. Like right here. Like that open position? Like that? It is not an indicator. Ah, okay. You should go to open positions, okay. And then what product do you want to look at? It's not an indicator. Okay, keep on going. I want to learn. I'm always fascinated by whatever, trust me. Like I always say, there are no dumb or silly questions in finance and trading. There are only long answers or short answers. That's it. Doc is asking about a trading function. You currently has 9 positions. It's not an indicator. You currently has 9 positions, okay, on that account I gave you. You can play. Wait a minute. Me? It should have 9 random positions. On the one I'm on there? On this right here? What do you mean 9 positions? There are an actual 9 positions in it? And then we should look at their success and failure from it? You see, I used that account to open and close positions to test whether demo works at a certain period of days. Okay. I see. And the bottom tabs on your screen. Ah, okay. Right there. Let's do this. Let me change the dimensions of this a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. So you're saying down here, these things right here. Let's see, positions like that. Position summary, message. The bottom tabs on your screen. Okay, what are we looking for? Longs and shorts? Okay, so, oh, I see. So there's two positions there now. There's the euro and the dollar, right? I see that. Speaking of which, let's put it up over here too at the same time. There we are. There's the euro, still in that daily buy. Okay, so back to J4X again. And what are we looking at here? So there's two positions, volatility index and euro. I use okay. So Jordan, what do we for example, two positions, okay. What about them? I don't know much about them. You want to look at them? I can look at them. In other words, is that volatility? Oh, no. Let's see. You guys will waste time with something that is tutorial video of platform. Okay. And right click. Okay, so I'm going to right click it. Merge positions. There we go. So what's that? What does that do? Okay. If you have opportunity to merge it to what? I don't understand. Merging is bringing something together with something else. What are we trying to bring together? Are we trying to put them on the chart? Oh, are you trying to compare them on a chart? Is that what it is? Look at the form info, various functions. Different functions, okay. So right there is the dollar index, and when we right here, we right click it, and it merges it. What is it merging with? With the dollar index itself? Okay. Okay, so there's a YouTube to that. I see. Okay. But Jordan, what are you looking for in what two products are you trying to merge together? Sounds like an interesting thing. If you put two products together, then I guess then you try to see if one has influence on another, or they both have an influence overall. Probably that more, right? USD will make some momentum upwards today, hopefully. Let's see. Let's go over here. Let's go back to it on Chicago Quant. Let's see where our work is at on that, and then we'll take a look at. We got it on here. There's the daily. Right now, it's in a bearish mode at the moment. You can see that action right there, and it's been red, red, and red. Let's go back to it over here. There we are. You can see here, it is bouncing up. Let's expand that so you can see it better. So you can see here, it's right at the line. It's minus 5.35. So it's right on the edge. Okay. Still minus, but it's higher from yesterday's close. It is getting a bounce. You can see my green line here on Chicago Quant coming across the time manifold, but look how tight the manifold is to begin with. So in other words, it's getting ready to make a move. The weekly is still in the minus for a long while now. So when it comes to the dollar index, Jordan, no problem. I wonder if you have been used it ever. No, I don't know. But I think I might try to look at it. I think Janos put a video up there, so I'll take a look at it. And matter of fact, I think I'll click on that right now, put it and park that video to the side, and then I'll look at it after the webinar. Oop, that just blew that up. Okay. So now I got to go like this, move down like that. I just lost my chat line. Skip the ad. Okay, there it is. All right, so there you go. I got that parked. And I can go like, you know what I can do? I can do this. Copy, and then go backwards like that. There we are. And then I can stick it in there again. Paste. All right, that didn't work too well. All right, let's go forward again on it. All right, so I got that parked. And let's get back to the chat line now. There. And let's get back to me. And see, so I can see other people talking to me. But I will do that, Jordan. I'll take a look at it. Come back tomorrow. We'll take a look and see what it has to say, okay? And for Slava, I just would say that on the dollar index, it has that look like it's trying to, to pop up. You can see it there. You see some strength already kicking in. And what else can we say about that? Just right there. See, it is moving up. Overall, it's probably more of an interest rate thing going on than anything else. It seems like interest rates seem to have a little bit more effect now than they've had in a long while. All right, let's go to, and there you go, Giannis. Look at that there? They got that Tesla up at the highs, which is pretty cool. Should be an interesting day on that. All right, from there we'll jump over to the euro unless anyone wants to see a particular product, and then tomorrow, after we figure out how merger works, then we'll be able to merge something if you want to look at it. Jordan, we'll go from there. So let's go to there's a ding. Let's go to the euro and see what we've already seen some action in it. Let's see. Right there. And let's get the euro back up there again. We'll put it also at the same time, we'll put it up on J4X. Right there. You see all that nice strength that's been going on that. Let's see. Am I missing any questions? It doesn't look like it. Okay, good. And same thing here, long, steady weekly buy going on. A daily buy for like 6 days now, is it? So it looks like 6 days. Firmness coming towards the end of the week. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's going to go into a weekly sell or anything like that. That strength seems to be carrying forward. I don't, and at the same time, some of the interest rates differentials are really working on a fundamental level, which is kind of unique in its own right. Because with quantitative easing, it has pretty much devastated a lot of the fundamentals. Not forever, I guess. Now, from there, we go over to cable. See what the cable's up to this morning. And we saw cable pushed into the daily buy there yesterday. At least it looked like it did yesterday, and it doesn't look like it right there, though. Looks like we're still underneath it. So it looked like they had almost had it into the buy and failed at it. Now today looks like it's trying to get into the buy. You can see right there the little lines across the weekly buy last week. They look like they want to buy the cable. And they did raise the interest rates yesterday too, 1/4 percentage point. So that itself gives energy for a gain in value. Money moves towards those things, parks there because they get a little bit more interest. They like their money to work when they have it parked. And let's put it up on J4X. There it is right there. Same situation, strength, and it's trying to climb into the buy there also. Unfortunately, the two different stochastics are fighting up at the top end of the range. We'll see how long that lasts. Maybe it'll do a little curve again and head back up. As you can see right here, it is trying to lift, and it's in that weekly buy, so you would think it would. Now let's just take a look at J4X and how it looks on the weekly. Right there. And you see the same thing. It's been trying to lift and is lifting. And the green line is through for the last 2 weeks. So there is buying going on in cable. And then they raised their rates 1/4 percentage point. And that obviously confirms that it was the right direction for the product itself. And you can see here too, coming from those lows all the way up. Now we do... we're compared to the euro. Obviously, the euro is much stronger compared to the GBP. But it's just a matter of time for them to catch up. They always seem to do that. All right, and then from there we drift over to who's next on this hit parade. Let's go to right there, the Swiss. And the Swiss, looks like they pushed it into the sell yesterday. You can see that. Let's just do this real quick. There we are. So you can see here they put it into a sell yesterday. And there it is, like there. And it's been in that weekly sell now for since that major top with Credit Suisse. So all the way up in the 101 or 100 area, that type of thing, and it's fallen all the way down now to what's the low there? That low is something like 92 and change. So right there, 90. It's even higher than that. Yeah, it's 90 something, like 91, under 91. So he drived it down, and it's just got into a little buy here, tried to do a dead cat bounce, and now we're just drifting again, trading in 91.87 as you see there, and over on J4X, right there. Remember, traders, if you want to look at something, we'll go right to it. I don't have to follow this rhythm. I do it just to make sure we're doing something. So, I just saw something that says if you have a question, you can start posting them in the chat line. And then it says here, I want an easy way to see swaps. Interesting. There you go. I'd love to see swaps. Volume index. Volume index? Or the volatility index? The volatility index. There we go. Volatility. I think it's down at the bottom. There it is right there. There's the VIX. Like I said, I didn't find it to be anything big going on, a couple days ago. It did spike there. You saw that. You saw that there. Let's see if we can get it up on here. Let's see. Not there. Let's find the VIX for you. Close that. Yes. And let's open up the VIX. There it is. Any idea to look at a SOFR index? I'll take a look at it. I love indexes. Yeah, you can see there, we did have a pop. We did get into a buy for a day or two, and then we went back into the sell here. Let's widen that out a little bit. I don't have much confidence in the VIX at this point to give us any clarity of direction. Right there we go. Or let's put it this way, I do trust the VIX on some level, but I don't see it as one squiggle or a couple of days that, until we get out of this long weekly sell. And we've been in that weekly sell now since the mid-30s, or the low 30s. So all the way back into October, we got into the weekly sell, and it's just been one ride down. It lost, what, 30 from 30 to 20. What would you call that? That would be a 33% reduction in value. Now let's see what SFR index looks like. I'm going to Google that right now and see if we can find it. SOFR index. Average and index secured overnight financing rate. Oh, interesting. Can we get that on J4X? Oh, this is St. Louis Fed. Okay. Overnight rates. I guess logic. Let's see. Is that the ARM index? Is it the ARM index you're looking at? I think that might be what you're looking at. ARM index, SOFR secured overnight Oh, maybe not. No, arms are amateur. It's a short-term indication. I think it is. Freddie Mac single-family homes. Okay. What we do is we look at the. Here, I'll show you what we watch. We go here, and we watch. Let's see, where is it at? Right there. Here's the 5-year. And there's the 5-year index. I mean, not index, the currency. The bond. It's a 5-year note. And you can see, we've been in a weekly buy from all the way back in here when it was at 106, 107, right around in there. 106 is to 107. And it's traded all the way up to 110 now. The buys have been pretty good, actually. They've been the buys. There's another buy there that was not good. Took some of the profits away from that fantastic ride. There's another good one right there. Popped up for 3 days. There's another one there. It made money, and now it's back into a buy again. So, or it's trying to get into the buy. If it closes there tonight, and you had that volatility index indication with the green and the red, there might be some good action on the upside. Okay. And let's see if I can find an actual index. I got something here. It says there's a 3-month rate. Ah, wait a minute. I got something. Here you go. There is an index. Average index in daily. Let me see if I can find a symbol. Let's see. Average index. This looks like something from the Federal Reserve. See that right there? An extension of the overnight financing. I'm sure there must be a short rate somewhere. Hey, Robin, you want to take a peek and see if there's an index around that has overnight financing like that? Are you here? See if you can find the symbol. But look at that. You see what I have on the screen there? The SFOR average and index. So there's a 30-day one. You can see a 90-day, 180-day. I wonder if anybody has the index. Export to Excel. Let's see if there's a. Let's see if we can find an index on that. Maybe someone has an index, and then we can tune into it. Yeah, can you see what I have up on the screen there? See if there's an SOFR index. See if you can find a symbol. See if the CME has one, or the New York, or NASDAQ or something like that. See if someone has an index on it. I would imagine there is. See if you can find a symbol. We'll try putting it up there and putting it up for Slava. The end of my tea. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. You see it there? All right, we'll go back after that. See if Robin can find the symbol. Oop, I just blew something up. All right, and we will hunt something down for you. There is, I think there is some very short-term indices. I just don't pay attention to them, but I gladly follow them if anybody's interested in them. All right, from there we go to. Where do we go from there? We go to. We were at the Swiss. Let's go to the yen. See what the yen is up to. And as you can see there, it's been moving down the last couple of days. It seems to be at top end of some type of range here. Let's put it up over here. Not there. Right there. There we go. There you go. And you can see here, it's pushing. It went into the sell yesterday. Right there. That's a minus, isn't it? I don't think it is it? No, it's not. It didn't make it into the minus. So today it's trying to get into the minus. See, it's minus 13 now. Now, actually, the green is minus 37, so it's minus 18. So it's trying to get into the minus today. So we can move this over here like that. And it's trying to get in there. You can see we're still in that weekly sell when it comes to the yen. So, and then from there we go over to Turkish lira. You know, they keep on talking about it's at the top of the hour, and they're talking about loss of jobs. No one's laying anybody off except for the tech companies. So, and they're doing very little laying off, very small numbers. It's not like they're laying off like 1% of the workforce, or it's like 1/10 of 1% of the workforce. It's not even that. I don't know why they dwell on these things sometimes. It really is irritating. All right, so you can see here, this is the daily. This is the Turkish lira against the euro, or vice versa. Let's put it up over here. Right there. You can see there, did we just make a new all-time high? No, 57, and I think 66 is the all-time high. So it's just on the edge of playing with that. It's just a few ticks away in a daily buy and a weekly buy since October, mid-October. Then, let's see, let me see. I'm going to try to look at, see if there's an index. Let's see. So for index, let's see. Index 25 about, let's see, financing overnight securities. What's a symbol? Let's see if we can get the symbol on that. Are you looking for a 1 year or a 3 month? They have a bunch of them, it looks like. They have a 3 month, a 6 month, 1 year, 1 month. And then it has the rate today versus LIBOR. I thought the LIBOR is gone. Let's see. Sulfur index symbol. Let's put that in there. Symbol. Average symbol overnight. Let's see. Fred, maybe? No. I don't see any. Image of SFOR. You know what? Let me try putting it in somewhere. We'll try putting it in somewhere. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to Canadian now. Right there. You see there's still that pressure. It's been in the daily sell since this move right there. And I'm going to Google the symbol itself. See if there's a symbol. Let's see. No, I already did that. Let me see if I can put it in. SOFR and enter. It's not a soft rate. No, that's it. There's a bond and there is a stock. But no, not there. Nothing says that there's a symbol to it. All right, let's take a look at oil. And there it is right there on J4X, the daily. You see it's still firm today. They've pushed it down a little bit the last couple of days. You can see here the trend overall has been for the Canadian to go down. In other words, gain against the dollar. It's gaining against the dollar, so that's usually the sign of strength in the oil market. Let's take a look at the oil market here. There. You see oil was down 2 days ago, pushed into a sell, was a little sloppy yesterday, was down below again. Today it's only minus 18, minus 19 right there, trying to make the moves. And you can see it's popping up a little bit too. So that would make more sense, just as the Canadian has been on a downwardly slope. You can see the crude oil has been in an upwardly slope over the same time period. All right. And then what we do is we drift over to the South African rand. So what we'll do is we'll put gold up there. There's gold. Look at that. Gold trading at 55. Is that 35 or 55? I think that's 35. Okay. And showing strength continuously. We're going to throw it up over here. Where's that mouse at? Oh, mouse. There it is right there. Trading in the 36 area. And you can see it had gotten up to 50 this morning. 49.8. It missed the 15 point. Been in that long weekly buy. And that long daily buy too. And now let's go to the South African Rand. There we are. Okay, and there it is right there. You can see it's trying to curve again and head down, but it's still trapped in the world of politics. It just cannot get out of that politics at this point. Whereas normally when you have a move like this in gold, this product should be probably trading down in the like 15, not 17 to the dollar, which is a big change, Let's see, what else is there about this? I guess that's about it when it comes to looking at the relationship between the South African Rand and no, right there, not that. There. See? Right there is that it's curved. It's trying to break down, but because of the politics, and where was that? That was December, right? So right here, ever since that explosion with the politics, it drifted down a little bit for a while because gold is gaining, but out of nowhere it just found a way to pop up, and you can see some of these days where they pop right up. It's really having a hard time breaking down. It hasn't left where the calamity occurred. This is where the money was found in the president's office, all that cash, and then you can see it has stayed there. Whereas normally when you see gold from that same time period, gold has gone from 1800 in the same time period, 17 and change, like 1780s, 1790s, to almost 1950. So it's a $150 move, and here the South African Rand can't budge. I don't think you're going to find anything, Robin. I don't think there's a. I think there must be an index for something like that. I remember that the Chicago Board of Trade had things like that. They had, and then so did the Merc. Remember that they still have the what do they call it, the euro dollar and the yen dollar short-term rates. Money, and it's not a pairs trade. What it is, it's money in Europe sitting there, dollars sitting in a bank account in Europe in dollars, and same thing, dollars sitting in Japan in dollars. And that was it's like the largest product traded in the planet, when it comes to future contracts. All right, from there we go to the Mexican peso. There it is right there. Peso has been moving down, feeling that pressure. Let's put it up over here. You can see that right there. And this is the Mexican peso is just kind of bottomed out a little bit in here. And you can see the daily sell from here, but it just seems to be stalled at this point. I don't see any particular news kicking out at the moment. Alrighty. From there, we can drift over to the rest of the metals market, unless someone wants to see something. Let's check out silver this morning. I think it went into the daily buy yesterday. Yeah, went into the daily buy. It's a little bit down today, nothing major, but it's playing around the 24. I'd like to see that weekly turn back up. Maybe they're going to put more strength into it. Today's Thursday and Friday. I hope they don't drive it into that. And we haven't looked at is, let's put it up on J4X too. And then what we'll do is we'll go over and take a look at platinum and then go to copper from there. You can see the 2 days of strength. You see the green line above the dashed line. It's trying to lift. There we go. Robin says London Interbank offered rate. Is there an index to that we can put up on the screen? In other words, is it an index with the Board of Trade or the CME or the IMM? One of those type of things. So there's silver. Just kind of stumbling along, plateaued now for months. You see that there. It's just plateaued since the beginning of December, basically. You can see it's just kind of, went and challenged some range here, then made a new range, and it's been hugging this area here, the $24 area, and doesn't seem to want to let it go. I guess that would be bullish on some level, wouldn't it? I keep on thinking it's a plateau where they're building to make the next move up. That's what I always think. Now, let's check out platinum. Platinum's usually a good indicator of what's going on with the metals complex. There's the April contract there. You can see we are hanging in there, but it's having some weakness. We've been in that buy basically since back here when gold was in the 16 and change, and went into the buy. And let's see, Robin says once a CME contract, no longer. Okay, that makes sense. So there just isn't Slava. There's just unfortunately there just isn't. It's just not popular anymore to the point where anybody's really watching it. You would imagine with QE, Slava, it has really damaged a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? Do I have any idea about looking at one? No, not particularly. I mean, you know what? Here's my opinion on that might help out. We probably could go look at just like 60-day or 90-day T-bills, something like that. I can try to put one of those up on the screen if you want that. I would assume since they they said that they have like a 90-day, they have a 6-month. It sounds like it matches the bill market itself. So I can load a bill in. We could take a look at that on a very, very short-term basis. I haven't done that in decades because it just the rates have been so low. CME has it, and I found it a few days ago. A symbol? Never heard of it. Therefore, asked if you knew about it. Thanks for time and effort. Yeah, Robin says they don't have it anymore, though. That's the unfortunate thing. They had it at one time. But I would say if you want to follow that rate, it probably makes sense to look at the 90-day. Do you want me to put up a 90-day? I'll go hunt down a 90-day if you're interested. There must be a 90-day future contract floating around. Anyway, there's platinum. I'll wait for your response. There's platinum. You can see we're breaking down a little bit here on the daily. Let's widen that out a little bit like that. You can see here the fast-moving algo has broken underneath last week, and it's trying to break down again here. I mean, it's underneath. Now the slow one is starting to break down. Okay, no problem. And I can show you, we do have here, here's the 30-year. You can see the 30-year has been in a weekly buy for about 4 weeks. You see it daily has been in a daily sell for a couple of days now, almost 5 days. And then we have the 10-year. Here's the 10-year right there. And it's trying to get into a buy. It tried yesterday, didn't do too good, and now it's backing off a little bit today. It's been in a daily buy for 3 weeks. And then we have what's interesting is the 5-year note has been in a buy for about 10 weeks now. Right there. Let's see, there it is there. So it's there's 3, there's 5, there's 3, there's 2. So this is the 12th week in a weekly buy. from the high 106s, and we've gotten up to the 110s. So that's interest rate movement. You can follow that. The daily's here's something to say about the 5-year compared to all the others. The 10 and later. Gets into a buy, and it rides it for a while. It gets in that sell, goes sideways, gets back into the buy, and catches it nicely. It catches the moves before they happen a couple days ahead of time. In this case here, it goes into the sell. They gap it, and then gets back into the buy. So you lose some do re mi there, and then you get into it makes it all back right there again. That's how our math usually works too. If you lose, well, I'll tell you, you get 2 back-to-back loses. It's like load up the boat on the next trade. It's like it'll make everything, and then some. You can see here it gives you a sell there, falls down and gets into a buy that day, and a nice ride up. And now just went into the sell here. Went down one day, now it's lifting, it's flirting with the buy, and we're still in that weekly buy. So short-term money, interest rate-wise, looks like it's trying to move down in interest, up in price. So I know that sounds a little confusing. When a bond gains price, in other words, people are buying the bond, that means that interest rates are dropping, and vice versa. All right, from there, let's take a look at copper. There's copper, second day in a sell, looking relatively firm. It jumped up this morning. You can see here it's trying to do something. 3 weeks this is the 3rd week in a buy, and overall, copper has been, ever since the Congress in China completed its 5-year Congress. It's been lifting ever since. So, we lifted from the 330s, 340s up to the got up to I guess like right there, like 380, 390. I guess in the beginning it got up to 393, just in that nice, beautiful move. And then you can see here it's now driven up to the 4s. So not looking bad, copper. From there, we'll drift over to the energy sector. There's March crude right there. So you see March crude, it's basically, just slowly climbing. Nothing major, trapped like the way silver is in some ways, in a range for like the last 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. That's what it looks like to me. Does seem like it's been trapped in that range for a while. It's at the higher end of it too. Let's see. From there, let's take a look at. I guess we looked at them all. We've seen silver. We've seen gold. Now copper. Let's put copper up on this. There it is, right there. And you can see, it's just been sideways for a whole week now. All right, and then from there, let's drift over to, also, if Slava, you're still here. I don't think the Lombard rate is published anymore either. I think that's all done and gone. That's probably why they got rid of SOFR. All right, and then from there, we jump over to energies. There is Brent trading in the, what is that? 87 area. It was in the 88s a couple days ago. It's backed off a little bit, but nothing big. Just like we have here in crude, just kind of stumbling along, I guess you could call it, right there. Kind of like that, got that same pattern. Let's move that over a little bit like so. Let's just move that over a little bit more so you can see both of them side by side. There we are. So you can see there, it's just got that same coming down and then doing the bouncy bounce thing. Just kind of like no real aggressiveness on the crude contract. Oil companies are doing fine. They were really losing a lot of money for a while. Then the back, now that's the front month at 81.54. The back month is trading at 81.91. So that's 37 cents. It's drifted down from the 70-cent area we saw. And you can see here, same thing. It's still in that weekly buy. The fast-moving stochastic is still launching itself while the slow one is aiming down. If it starts to turn up, could be another good pop on the upside of crude oil. Then from there, let's put in natural gas. Wow, we're trading in the 280s today. At least we were last I looked at it. Let's see, where is it? Right, I think that's it right there. Yeah, look at it, 270s now. Natural gas, Robin and I have talked about this. There was a fellow who's trading it, and Robin and him were talking about it, and it ran from $1.30 something to $10, which is an incredible move. We mentioned that here, and now it's still trading at what, $1? It's at let's put up on the screen here too. It's trading at 270s, and when you think about it, it came from the $1.30-ish area. So it's awful hard to, as much as we've been in a weekly sell since the $6 area here, and it's had its, went into a buy here, but we didn't take it because we're in a sell, and it bounced up, great move. We weren't short, and then it puts us into the short, and it's makes that whole move profitably. Gets into buy, nothing. We sit and watch it because again we're in that weekly sell, and then we get into the sell again, and it's just a fantastic drop from the 4.5 area, or almost 5 area really, a little underneath that, and it's been in a sell ever since. We've been in a sell since the $5 area, or the 480, 490 area. So this has been one interesting product. Now, in the United States, it's trading at $2.75 a cubic foot. And in Europe, I believe it's trading around $25 or $26 a cubic foot. An incredible amount of money differential. And I saw a headline today, too, where Germany says they are 3 to 5 years away from resolving their natural gas problems. So, but they're building coal-fired electric plants now, left and right. They're cranking up their nuclear power plants again. They're ripping down these windmill things that have been basically not really providing any energy, more than 1 or 2 or 3 or 4% at a time. So I guess that's what it comes down to is, and we all know that my opinion on how much of an effect what we do on Earth has on the solar system. We are not pre-Galileo. We think that the sun is the center of the solar system, not the Earth. So from there we drift over to we look at an energy company down in Spain. We get quotes on that, and that gives us a general idea of what's going on in Europe. So let's see, there it is right there. And it's been trading in the 26s, and let's see where it's at today. 26 is offered, 25.97 is bid for. So they're not really, the prices in Europe are not exactly coming down. When prices come down, this company loses value because they're not making as much money. It means usually to make money you buy low, you sell high. That's the basic concept. So in other words, if you can't sell it higher than what you pay for it, you start losing money. So what happens is that as this stock goes down, it usually represents natural gas in Europe going down in price, which is a good thing. People freeze. Many more people freeze to death than they do die from heat, and so it's really scary to think that there's actually a large quantity of people out there, or a group of people. I think it's more like that. I don't know how large they are, but a group of people out there. We can, that think that we should freeze more than we should be warm. That's a really strange concept. All right. From there, where do we go from there? We just did natural gas. We'll look at the S&P 500, the stock market, and then we'll call it a day. So there is the S&Ps. You can see them. They're lifting up again, breaking this almost 2-month high. They've taken it out right there. You can see. Let's do this. You can see that right there. They're taking out the 2-month high. And NASDAQ, I believe, is doing the same thing. Let's see what NASDAQ looks like right there. It's doing the same thing. It's trying to... What's wrong here? Let's fix that. There we are. So you can see there it's doing the same thing. It's trying to press it up. And, it's just climbing and climbing and climbing. It's been an interesting move on the NASDAQ 100. Let's put it up over here. The Tech 100. There it is. I just saw it. There we go. There's the Tech 100. Flirting its way to the 12. What's today's high? Today's high is 12,002.50. So we've gotten over the 12,000 jump again. Last time we saw that number was, let's see, where are you? Right there. Oh, I see. Right there. Not since December 13th. Now, when it comes to the S&P 500, let's just see where that high is. The last time that had a high was also December 13th, right there. So it's trying to take this high out there today. That's a 90, so it's got a lot more work to do. We're trading at 50 with a high now of 58. Let's just show you the quick intraday of it. Matter of fact, what we'll do is this. We'll close this. There we are. And close this. And we'll take a peek at this. Here's the intraday. There we go. And you can see there this is a good intraday right there. You can see it went into a sell here. Where did the sell go? Right there. Let's put the sell in. There's the sell. And now it's flirting to go into the buy as we speak. There we are. And you can see it's trying. It went into a buy here. That caught a nice ride. That was a nice ride from 40 to 58. So there's the stock market. You can see on the daily again. Right there, the S&Ps are looking very fine, and maybe they're going to go after 41 at this point. Anyhow, this is Doc from North America. Tomorrow is TGIF, end of the week. We will catch you all tomorrow, same time, same channel. So, happy trails to you until we meet again, which will be Friday. Happy trails to you. To all our trading friends, later, traders.